What's up? My name is Jake Ullman. I am an independent filmmaker, creator, artist, and storyteller. And I am starting a YouTube channel. Oh, this is so stupid, man. Nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody's gonna watch this. Honey, grab me a fucking beer, will ya? Some asshole just started another YouTube channel. So why am I starting a YouTube channel?
Who am I?
I'm Walrus. I mean, I'm not the guy that's made $1 million. The majority of my work you've probably never even heard of. I'm not adorned in all the fresh new drip. I don't even have a following or an agent or a manager or a rep or a production house. I mean, shit, I don't even have a dog. How criminal is that? If you love dogs, you should have a dog. I've always had to live vicariously through other people's dogs. Oh boy. Rawr? Rawr? But enough about the dogs. I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself and how over a 25-year career, I made it as an independent in the filmmaking and entertainment space. But before I do that, I have to hit rewind and get into the backstory. The first movie I ever fell in love with was Star Wars. The first movie that ever made me want to make movies was Goonies. For me, the adventure of making a movie, that was my Goonie adventure. At 17, my dad bought me my first Hi8 camera, and I started documenting my friends skateboarding and snowboarding. I grew up on a diet of Stacy Peralta, Bones Brigade, 8th Street, Shackle Me Not, Mac Dog, Hard Hungry and the Homeless, Hatchet Brothers, Standard Films. Those were the days. And after a few years of making my own B snowboard movies, I decided it was time to move to Los Angeles and pursue my Hollywood filmmaking dream. I wore a lot of hats in my 20 years there. PA, background talent, extra, actor, camera operator, editor, writer, producer, director, fluff. Oh, wait a minute. We can edit that out, right? Like they don't have to. My parents can't know. My parents can't know. But truth be told, I didn't move to LA to work on other people's shit shows. I wanted a shit show of my very own. Oh, who's a good little shit show? Yes, you are.
Marker, action.
New York to the heart, but got love for all.
I directed shorts, a feature rom-com, feature documentary, and was able to get distribution for my work so that when you go to Apple, you go to Amazon, boom, there I am. It's not as extensive of a resume or library as I would prefer, but that's what we're working on. About 15 years ago, I used to write a blog about independent filmmaking pretty regularly and would share them on different online forums. And one time this guy, a professor from Australia, reached out and was like, how dare you write about this stuff? Like, who the hell are you anyway? How dare you, mate? Fuck you. Sorry, bro. I didn't realize I needed your permission to talk about my career. The reason I bring up my blog is because not only did I enjoy writing it, I enjoyed sharing it. It gave me an introspective look at my work that, even though I put it down for a while, YouTube seems like the perfect vehicle to stimulate that muscle again, despite whatever the naysayers may say.
No. Fuck you, fuckball. I mean, LA is an open city, and I don't think I have to get permission from nobody for nothing.
When I was contemplating starting my own YouTube channel, two major questions kept coming up. One, what was the channel gonna be? And two, what did I want to get out of the experience?
Today I found out what my special purpose is for.
So what's the channel gonna be? And this really did take me a while. For my entire career, I've been a storyteller and filmmaker, and I genuinely want to share what I know. Now, what does this mean from a formatting perspective? Some episodes are going to be how-tos and tips and insights. Some will be like the immersion episode, where it plays more like a travel style blog. Other episodes will give me a chance to lean into my strange sense of humor.
Personally, I think he's a retard.
But the common thread in all of it is that the channel will be geared towards storytelling and the creative process.
That's awesome!
Not having a format that's fully defined almost makes it more exciting in a way.
Fuck, man, I fucking really struggle with this shit.
Now, I definitely struggled with that first question as I got pulled in multiple directions, really trying to hone my voice for the show. The easier question for me was the second one. What do I hope to get out of this experience? I've applied for lots of jobs, but I've applied for jobs to run other people's YouTube channels and have lost out to other candidates who have experience running YouTube channels. So what better way to learn how to run a YouTube channel than to start my own? Now, this doesn't mean I'm expecting my channel to reach the same scale as those jobs that I applied for, but for the amount of work that goes into starting a YouTube channel, I'm gonna have a lot more confidence throwing my hat in the ring the next time an opportunity presents itself. Second is the expansion of my skill set. As of the recording of this episode, I haven't even launched my first episode, and I've already learned a ton. Making thumbnails, writing descriptions, new editing techniques, implementation of AI tools and assets, better writing and storytelling, being a better on-camera personality. Learning how to film myself more effectively, and this hasn't even scratched the surface of what I've learned thus far.
H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P!
The third reason for starting this channel was to find my tribe. I've been very fortunate in life in that I have crossed paths with a lot of really talented individuals. This happened with me in skateboarding, it happened with me in snowboarding, it happened with me in filmmaking. When you work with people that are passionate, it makes you better, and those are the types of people that I want to cross paths with. Life has been very challenging for me the last couple years, and I need to create that spark, create new partnerships, new alliances. Dipping my toes into unfamiliar waters kind of feels like the perfect way to do that. And lastly, it was to discover and welcome the unknown. For years, I never wanted to be an on-camera personality. I just didn't want to put myself out there in that way. In fact, I was deathly afraid of it. I didn't want to look silly, I didn't want to look stupid, I didn't want to be vulnerable, I didn't want to be ridiculed or mocked or judged. That was just not something that I was ever comfortable with. But now that I've gotten the habit of doing it more, it's getting easier. As I'm putting in more reps, as I'm getting more comfortable with myself on camera, as I'm getting more confidence in my writing, it is getting easier.
Can I use that one? Like, what the fuck, man? That was just the intro. Fucking pathetic.
And it really comes down to a lot more than just, am I gonna look silly or am I gonna look vulnerable? It's, how deep am I gonna go on a topic? What am I willing to reveal? How far am I willing to take a project? These become much more interesting questions. The dream continues, my friends. The dream continues. I've been a visual storyteller my whole life, and despite the ups and downs of this crazy industry, the one thing I know for sure is that I love the art form, and I think that storytelling is one of the most important things that we can share together as human beings. You're watching It's OI Not AI. My name is Jake. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. You can comment on the video below, and I will see you next time.